Hi, welcome back to my channel, Open the Door. This is episode 25. Not counting the shorts that I've uploaded, I think I'm at a total of 34 or 35 videos now, so it's kind of exciting. Today's episode is entitled Release, Self-Sabotage, and Open the Door to Self-Empowerment. Moving from self-sabotage to self-empowerment takes courage, self-reflection, commitment, and a willingness to challenge your old beliefs and habits. I'm going to be using this startup of my YouTube channel as a example today throughout the lesson of how I overcame self-sabotage. So let's keep going. Sabotage stems from underlying fears, insecurities, and negative beliefs about ourselves. It refers to behaviors and thought patterns that undermine our success, our happiness, and our well-being. Sabotage is something we do either consciously or unconsciously, and it damages our own efforts, our goals, and our relationships. But why do we do this? Why do we self-sabotage? Well, I know for me, it's a couple of these things on the list. Why I was putting off starting this channel. Fear of failure and not being able to meet expectations. Making videos is new to me. A couple of years ago, I didn't even think I'd be doing this, but I was inspired and let the fear of failure hold me back. And the next point is why we self-sabotage is fear of success, and that was also one of my issues. So with fear of success, it brings new challenges, success does, with responsibilities and expectations, and when it's uncharted territory, it's all a big unknown, and that definitely causes fear. It can trigger feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem, feeling unworthy or incompetent to handle the task at hand. So that leads to procrastination and self-doubt. I'm checking all these little steps off in my head because I know I went through all of this. Another reason we self-sabotage is comfort zone. So we want to avoid stepping into unfamiliar or uncomfortable territory, even if we're going to miss opportunities, because we're so set in our comfort zone. We feel safe. We know what to expect, and we want to stay in that place. Another reason to sabotage is our perceived sense of control, and we want to maintain that control over our lives, and we know if we step into this new future endeavor, whatever it is, that there's going to be a lot we're not going to be able to anticipate and or control, and that really can get us stuck and make us, kind of just stay in one place. Past experiences can influence our beliefs and behaviors, and when we sabotage, it's a way to protect ourselves from similar pain to what we've experienced in the past. Self-fulfilling prophecy, believing that failure is inevitable, is a pretty common thing, I think, for most of us. And a lack of self-awareness, when we don't have insight into our own behaviors, thoughts, or actions, we can easily fall into sabotaging ourselves. Well, here are some examples of ways that we sabotage ourselves. As I mentioned before, procrastination, delaying tasks or decisions for a variety of reasons. Fear, in my case, it was fear. Perfectionism, holding excessively high standards for ourselves. Another way we sabotage is with self-doubt. We're questioning our ability, and that leads to avoidance and or hesitation. Negative self-talk, focusing on our flaws and self-criticizing, finding every negative excuse we can to kibosh the situation. Avoiding opportunities with fear of rejection or failure, which causes us to hold back. Engaging in self-destructive behavior with immoral decisions and actions can definitely sabotage our current situation and our future as well. Overcommitting to too many tasks and commitments leads to burnout and our inability to fulfill commitments. Substance abuse, very common form of self-sabotage, and we use drugs and or alcohol as a way to cope with stress and emotions. And self-handicapping, setting up excuses or obstacles to justify potential failure in advance and to protect our self-esteem. Another way that we self-sabotage is through imposter syndrome, where we believe that our accomplishments are just due to luck, and we feel like a fraud that we haven't earned these accomplishments on our own. and that it was just pure luck that something good happened for us. So moving from sabotage into self-empowerment. Well, here's some descriptions of what it means to attain self-empowerment. It's when we take proactive steps to support our own well-being, our success, and our happiness. When our behaviors include things like self-care, cultivating positive self-talk, and positive beliefs. When we're embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and not avoiding them. When we're building supportive relationships and actively working towards realizing our own potential and creating a fulfilling life. But why is self-empowerment important? Well, it increases our resilience, our ability to overcome challenges and navigate life and help us to move effectively through setbacks, and the resilience gives us the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it builds our confidence. Number 2, greater autonomy comes from the self-empowerment, and it's important because it allows us to take control of our life and make decisions that align with our values, our goals, and our desires. So then we're less dependent on external validation. It improves our mental health by cultivating a positive mindset, self-awareness, and self-compassion. Self-empowerment is also important because it enhances our productivity when we set meaningful goals and we're taking proactive steps to achieve those goals. It fosters better relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding by establishing healthy boundaries and communicating more effectively. When we can embrace a mindset that encourages continuous learning, self-improvement, and exploration of new opportunities, we're feeding into our self-empowerment and nourishing it and growing it. So here's some keys to moving from self-sabotage to self-empowerment. It starts with self-awareness. Identify your self-sabotaging behaviors and underlying thoughts and emotions that are driving them. So this example of me starting the channel, that really is for me where it started. I had to question, why am I holding myself back? What is it? What fears do I have? What self-talk am I using that's preventing me from moving forward in this endeavor? So the next step was practicing self-compassion and reminding ourselves of our strengths and weaknesses. I reminded myself of my extensive background. I was a teacher for 10 years and then a music therapist for 15 years, and I've worked quite a bit with people, and I feel pretty confident in my speaking abilities. I just wasn't comfortable being in front of the camera. I guess you could tell I'm kind of getting over that. When we challenge our negative beliefs that we hold about ourselves and replace it with more empowering ones. So I was realistic in knowing that I'm not an expert at making videos or creating YouTube videos, but I was open to learning and making mistakes along the way. And as you've seen, if you've been following, I pretty much flub something every episode, but I purposely leave that in. I don't edit my mistakes or my silliness out of the videos because I feel that it keeps it more real. So then we set clear goals and establish meaningful goals that align with our values and aspirations and break down into manageable steps. So my goals and aspirations had to do with helping people in general and sharing the wisdom I've learned through my life lessons and my healing journey. And I strongly felt it placed in my heart that I should share what I feel is my wisdom in order to help others. And as I stated in my initial introduction video, even if I only reach a few people, it's all worth it for me. I've had some private messages sent to me from strangers across the country who have thanked me for my messages and said that it came just in time. So I'm grateful for that. When we develop resilience, we're able to reframe our challenges and learn from our experiences and focus on solutions instead of dwelling on the problems. So as I've gone through the process of creating more videos, I definitely developed some resilience, and I don't get knocked down when I make mistakes, or if I have certain videos that don't get many views. That doesn't discourage me. Now feel I'm kind of on this mission, and I'm determined. I'm determined to keep going. So, practicing self-care, I've mentioned that in many videos that I do practice quite a bit of self-care, and it really does help to nourish and rejuvenate ourselves, and extremely important aspect of anybody's journey for sure. So seeking support, another point that I've mentioned quite a bit. When we find people who are supportive and believe in our growth and our goals and our dreams, then we're able to, kind of bounce our ideas off someone and be open to receiving their guidance, and also taking accountability by bouncing ideas off of other people too. So taking action is the final step to reaching your self-empowerment. You have to break that cycle of self-sabotage. See, I'm going to keep that in. By taking consistent and purposeful actions, and celebrate progress and stay committed to the journey, which I just mentioned I am. So this is our lesson today on moving from self-sabotage into self-empowerment. And I hope you found some points here helpful for you. I realize that every episode isn't going to resonate with every single person, but this seemed like the episode to do today. And I'll be recording another video as well today, completely unrelated. But anyway, thanks again. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate your support. I wish you peace, love, and light. And I hope that you're taking good care of yourselves out there. Stay well, and I'll see you again soon.